attorney Gloria Allred. I represent 33 accusers of Bill Cosby, and I would like to make a short statement. Then I would like to also make a statement on behalf of the 3 of the 5 prior bad act witnesses whom I represent, who testified in this second criminal trial. First of all, I want to thank the jury. Justice has been done! And we're very, very happy and proud of this result. Beginning in late 2014, the accusers of Mr. Cosby, who I represented, began to speak out. It took a great deal of courage. In the beginning, many were not believed. We are so happy that finally we can say women are believed, and not only on #MeToo, but in a court of law where they were under oath, where they testified truthfully, where they were attacked, where they were smeared, where they were denigrated, where there were attempts to discredit them. And after all is said and done, women were finally believed, and we thank the jury so much for that. And they were believed after the prosecution met their high standard of having to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And the jury in this second criminal trial found that they believed women. And I'm the happiest I have been about any court decision in 42 years. Shalon Lasha, who testified at this trial, states about the guilty verdict, "I feel that the judicial system works. 32 years of nightmares and tears are over. Thanks to all of those who have supported me." Lieslot Lublin, my client who testified at this trial as well, she's a teacher in Las Vegas, says, "I am extremely grateful to see that the jury was able to see past his defense attorney's lies." And she says more. People would, all right. But people keep emailing me, so it's kind of covering up what they're saying. "I truly hope that his long list of victims will now be able to find some kind of peace." And we will have more from her a little bit later. And finally, we also have a statement from Janice Baker Kinney, who also testified at this trial. And, all right, there we go. Her statement is, "I am overwhelmed with joy, relief, and gratitude. Joy that finally justice has been served. Relief that the years of this toxic chain of silence has been broken, and we can now move forward with our heads held high." And there will be more from her later. So I just want to say, it's been a very long journey, but this is an historic result. This was her story. Not his story, not history, but the story of her. The story of Andrea Constant. The story of all of those who took that risk against a rich, powerful, famous man. Took the risk of being denigrated publicly. Took the risk of being sued for what they said because he had the resources to do it. Took the risk of being shamed and blamed, as the defense did in their final argument. Took those risks, and they took the risks so that their truth could be known, so that their truth could be believed. And yes, the Me Too movement has arrived and is well and is living in Montgomery County, throughout this nation, and throughout the world. Thank you. Oh, lastly, I do want to thank Prosecutor Kevin Steele, Kristen Fedden, Stewart, an amazing prosecutorial office. They believed in this case. They went through that first trial, ended in deadlock. Some prosecutors would not have retried the case. They took that risk for justice, so I want to thank them, Detective Reap, Detective Schaefer, all of those who worked so hard behind the scenes and who also believe my clients, and just everyone. So Tom Mesereau, you tried, you failed, the personal attacks did not work. Bill Cosby, 3 words for you: guilty, guilty, guilty! Thank you. I'm happy to take any questions, and I'm sure that others would like to speak as well. But let's just have some questions first. Okay. All right, thank you.